that tells the truth. That shit don't happen. So Joe Thomas says he's not signed because he's a distraction, but yet and still, Johnny Manziel allegedly got a look at Cleveland. He had an interview with Sean Payton, the coach in New Orleans. Why? He's done nothing. He hasn't played well. He doesn't have half of Colin Kaepernick's resume. He's done nothing but be a dope head, go to rehab, be out partying, being obviously fucked and drunked up. Oh, did I mention he whooped his girlfriend's ass twice, busted her eardrum one time. She has permanent hearing loss in that ear. And for some reason, the motherfucking media didn't cover. The same media that hates violence against women and hates everybody that does it unless you're a fucking colonizer like Johnny Manziel or Brock Turner.
Motherfucker.
No coverage. And he gets interviewed and he gets signed. But Kaepernick is a distraction, but nobody in the media is calling Johnny Manziel a distraction. See what I'm saying? Fantasy draft. Everything they talk about is fucking fantasy, has nothing to do with reality. And their news coverage is fucking fantasy. Johnny Manziel's not a distraction, but Kaepernick is. One is a spoiled, rich, underachieving, apparently dope-head motherfucker who doesn't even take his game seriously. Another one is a guy that came that close to winning the Super Bowl, 2 NFC championships, and excelled on the team last year, 16 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns on a terrible team where the coach got fired, had no weapons around him, had nobody around him, had injuries where people retired, prime players, had coaches leaving, players leaving, key positions, injuries all year. And yet still he excelled, coming off of multiple surgeries. You wouldn't know if you didn't watch him. They never put his games on TV. In one game where he went ham, game-winning run, game-winning touchdown, multiple touchdown passes, everything he did, he got up and put a fist in the air. They didn't show one highlight on SportsCenter. That's how they control the narrative, by showing what they want to show. But Johnny Manziel can get interviewed? See how this shit works? It's not about what you do, it's about who you are. At the end of the day, if you a colonizer, you get a pass. If you got melanin, they get in your ass. There's so many goddamn examples over and over again, from the opening rant to the about to draft to this Colin Kaepernick, Johnny Manziel shit to everything else I'm gonna get into about my whole show, because that's kind of the way I center the shit around. But it's fucking ridiculous how after they do this every year over and over and over and over, they still have credibility with so many people. The shit is fucking crazy. The shit is crazy that they still have credibility after all of this shit. I don't know how the fuck that shit happens at the end. How the fuck are you still credible when you say Cam Newton can't throw from the pocket after he breaks the rookie passing record? After his first 2 years in the league, he had more yards than anybody, ever. And you're talking to me about him being somebody that needs to work on throwing. You don't talk about the coordinator being fired. You don't talk about the whole philosophy of the team being changed. You don't talk about the offense being snatched out of his fucking hands because he would have destroyed the record book. You don't talk about that shit. So, I mean, I refuse to believe they're that incompetent. It'd be nice if they were. So maybe you could have a different perspective, like, okay, maybe they're just dumb. Maybe they don't get it. Maybe they don't see it. You know, maybe you could do that. Okay, maybe they're just dumb as hell. They don't understand that they don't know shit. They don't understand that they're leaving things out. Maybe that's it. But you can't believe that when in the instance with Johnny Manziel, they forget all of his indiscretions. They forget the fact that he's abused women. They don't care about that. All of a sudden, it means nothing. It's not a big deal. It's nothing to talk about, nothing to see here. But Colin Kaepernick, for taking a nonviolent protest against a serious problem, is considered a distraction. That shit is fucking incredible. But that's what they do. That's the type of bullshit that goes on in the media. That's the type of shit they stand for. And that's the type of shit I'm always going to rail against, man. And that's why I decided to do a podcast. Because when I'm sitting around talking to people, you know, certain people, you know, Jungle Brother, you know, is somebody I did a lot of shows and whatnot with. And a lot of people, man, that do podcasts. And the main reason a lot of us do it, that we do this, is because we're sick and tired of slanted coverage. We're sick and tired of the media giving us an image where there's nothing to back it up. You know what I'm saying? That there's nothing to back up what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? It's always some basically just straight up lying to your face. When you go to hear a show and you go to listen, and the things they're talking about are blatant lies. Blatant lies. You're listening to it and you're like, I watched this game. What are they talking about? None of that actually happened. You know, and that's the type of thing, you know what I'm saying, that you're listening to and dealing. You're like, what are they talking about? You know, what the hell are they talking about? This shit is not true. Nothing. I watched this game. And none of the shit that they're saying You know what I'm saying? Actually went down. So that's the shit that damn gets me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, one of the main reasons I did a damn podcast was for that reason. That was one of the main damn reasons, because, you know, you get sick and tired of hearing media and you're saying to yourself, man, nothing they're talking about is reality. You know what I'm saying? Everything they're saying is bullshit. So that's really the reason why, you know what I'm saying, it went down. You know what I'm saying? Why I had to damn do a podcast. You just get tired of damn bullshit. You basically get tired of bullshit at the end of the day. So, you know, instead of damn complaining about it, or I don't know, instead of just damn, you know, because I made the adjustment of not listening, because I just didn't care for it at the end of the day. So I made the adjustment of not listening, but yeah, you know, with this format, with the way the technology is rolled around, hey, you can actually get on, you know, and again, I thank Jungle Brother for kind of giving me my start with that. You can kind of get on and express yourself, man, and give your opinion. And for that reason, you know, I was able to make that adjustment, man. So you're able to get on here and kind of discuss things in your own light, especially after you see the way they cover things, man. It's kind of annoying. All right, so moving on, man. The whole Cap and Johnny Manziel thing is crazy. Another little story, man. This is kind of minor, but I don't think it's been talked about that much. And it's something that people would talk about in other situations. Have y'all heard about Jay Cutler? I guess he was on vacation and his wife took a picture of him, you know, apparently bucket ass naked, standing on the side of a boat, you know, and put it on social media. Yeah, you know, so in itself kind of harmless, not necessarily a big deal, but I'm more or less talking about the way it would be covered if it was a ninja. You know, when you have a guy like that that's failed in multiple places, you know, has been given the type of, he's been accused of not being somebody that takes it seriously. You know what I'm saying? He's had that accused. You know, that's been something that's been said about him. He doesn't take it seriously. He doesn't care enough. That type of shit. So when you have that going on, you wouldn't want to appear as somebody that doesn't care or that does things that, you know, are kind of stupid. And I would assume that being photographed by your wife butt naked would show a sign of a lack of control. I would hear, you know how players' wives have an opinion? Because the media always wants to give an opinion that they like to give the image that they're the only ones that can have an opinion. And if anybody else has an opinion, they criticize it. So they'll criticize a... Pause, come back. Grimes, Miko Grimes. They'll criticize his wife, which is his agent, when she has something to say, you know, about the media or about anything, which I don't have a problem with, because it's ridiculous to me that the media has convinced everybody that they're the only ones that can have an opinion. I'd rather hear from the players' wives or the players themselves, because they're actually there. They actually know what's going on. I want to hear from them. I don't want to hear from some jackass with an agenda sitting in an office cubicle that's never picked up a damn ball of any kind in their lives. Pause. That's never played a sport and picked up a basketball or football, something like that. That's what I meant. Not that type of ball. Sports. My bad. But I digress. As I was saying, this image that players can't talk, you know, and what I'm saying about that is that we usually say she's out of control, there'll be criticism. I really haven't heard much about this. I don't listen to mainstream, but usually if it comes up, it'll come up in certain platforms. And when I check those platforms, I haven't heard this talked about. So that leads me to believe that it hasn't been talked about, because if it had been, you know what I'm saying, I would have heard it on these platforms. So, you know, usually you would get the whole, well, he's out of control, he needs to control his wife. What is she doing? That's not going to help. What is he doing out? You know, with that type of stuff, how come he isn't working on his game or trying to get picked up, things of this nature. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it, you know, that they're not really saying anything, you know, to that effect. They're not saying that, you know, hey, this shows that he's not ready to play. This shows that he's not really into it. He's on vacation. What the hell is he doing that anyway? You got to be smarter than that. You got to know you can be photographed at any time. You know what I'm saying? This, once again, proves that he's not the type of guy you want leading your team. That's the type of thing you would hear if it was a ninja. So he has a picture on the internet where he's butt naked, but, you know, I guess apparently that's cool, you know what I'm saying, to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I guess, you know, for him, it's okay to, you know what I'm saying, it's okay, you know what I'm saying, to do that type of shit, I guess. You know what I'm saying, at the end of the damn day. But just another example, you know, to me, of how Jay Cutler isn't ready, how Jay Cutler has really never been that guy. Jay Cutler's had multiple chances at multiple places, multiple franchise contracts, and he's failed multiple times with the team actually making adjustments and giving them players to excel. And he just hasn't done it, and he escapes criticism again from a biased media that's not looking to really tear him down. And a little bit of criticism that he gets, is nothing in comparison to what they do to other players who are ninjas at the end of the day. The little bit of criticism he gets, man, is just, it isn't equal to what happens to a ninja in the same damn circumstance. So it's just another example, man. I just thought it was nice, not nice. I thought it was interesting that story slipped by them like it always does when it's not somebody that they want to criticize in particular. And this is another example of that, not somebody they really want to talk about, so they kind of let it go. But, I found that, to be another example of how or why Jay Cutler isn't ready or why he's continued to not be that guy. So I think that's kind of dumb. And again, on the surface, not a big deal, but I'm just talking about the way the media would normally cover that type of story. This is the Underground Railroad Show with Dan on Spreaker.com. Man, I'm just going through some NFL notes, and I know you're thinking basketball's going on, but, again, this is what I do. Football season, I'm talking about football. Got a lot of damn food jokes in the damn chat. Let me double damn check here, because there were a lot of damn jokes about food and things of this nature in here. Let's see what we got going on. A lot of jokes. Okay, from Clay, Jerry Curl, Kit Davis. That bad DJ, exactly that ninja, uses mayo seasoning and then puts that so-called famous white sauce on his ribs.
Motherfucker.
No, Clay. No, that's not what I do. And that shit's not funny, man. This shit's gotta stop. Clay, Jerry Curl, Kit Davis, he got that carefree curl thing on his damn avatar. Clay, why you talking shit, man? You probably still rocking a damn curl, ain't you? Playing this shit everywhere you walk on your phone is theme music. Yeah, you probably still playing that shit in your damn spare time. Big L says, will Cap be picked up? I don't know, man. Should he be? If you're talking about skill and talent, yeah. But I mean, I've seen a lot of players go to the wayside that should have been picked up in the NFL, so it's really hard to say. From that boy Chucky, they trying to derail the train with some Cool Ranch dust. They really are. Throwing the switch, laughing at Cool Ranch dust. Not funny. From Sluggo. It's not about the hard concrete stats. Let's just throw you off of your scent. Excuse me. Let's go back and do that one more damn again. Pause, breathe, and make the necessary adjustments. From Sluggo, it's not about the hard concrete stats. Let's just throw you off our scent and deflect by saying we're concerned about his vegan diet. Hashtag colonizer logic. Yeah, now they're saying that because it's hard to defend stats. Now they're saying because he's a vegan that they're worried about that. They're just reaching for any damn thing to try to justify it. And from Thorny Switch, yet no one is concerned about Brady's vegan diet. Odd. Thorny. Great point. Let's allow this bomb to drop, and we'll discuss that slightly. Clay Davis says, Sluggo being a vegan is hard. Yeah, I bet. But Thorny, though, not only do they not criticize him for it, they praise him for it. They won't stop talking about his dedication to being in shape and healthy and watching what he puts into his body. But when it comes to Colin Kaepernick, it's a motherfucking negative.
Motherfucker.
See what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about honesty. They're unwilling or unable or flat out don't give a fuck about covering black people properly. And that shit is obvious in the way they go about their job. Fairly obvious. Yeah, Big L saying I couldn't be vegan. I couldn't either. Clay Davis says, I'm vegetarian, but that vegan mess is on another level. Man, I heard that. I feel you, man. Do your thing. I can't roll with it. From my man Sluggo, it depends on the type of distraction we're talking about here. Anything that brings light to the treatment of black folks is the worst kind of distraction in the immoral ass society. Busting your girlfriend's eardrum is just ho-hum. Ain't that a bitch? It really is. It can't be that big a deal. They don't give a fuck about domestic violence depending on who does it. Oh, wait a minute. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, got Doug Stewart checking in, saying truth. Appreciate you coming in, sir. Please, that's him with the WSME avatar. Thanks for the format, sir. I appreciate that, man. Enjoying myself, rolling through everything. Got the train rolling on a Monday like I normally do, man. Going through my topics. I know y'all got y'all feel of NCAA basketball today. I'm sure you did. Everybody talked about it. hopefully people aren't